Hi everyone, this is Diana from Sweet and Savory, and today I'm going to show you how to make a very easy recipe, and that's how to make a delicious arroz con camarones or shrimp with rice with a lot of Colombian flavor. You're going to be surprised to see how easy it is to make. I'm going to leave you the link for that recipe in the description of the video, but you can also find it at sweetysalado.com/en. The first step is to make the rice. So in a medium saucepan or pot, we're going to heat some olive oil over medium-high heat, and then we're going to add long grain white rice. This is my favorite rice to make this recipe, and we're going to stir fry this for about 2 to 3 minutes. After that, we're going to add achiote powder. This is going to give it that really beautiful red coloring, and in the blog, I give you other options that you can use. We give it a stir to make sure that rice is covered with the achiote powder. And now we're going to add the liquid. We're going to add either seafood stock or chicken stock. I usually use chicken stock because that's what I have on hand. And we're also going to be adding unsweetened coconut milk. We're going to blend this together. And now we're going to add the stalk of a green onion for flavor and also 1 garlic clove. Season this with salt to taste. Then we're going to cover the pot, bring it to a boil, and we're going to cook this on low heat for about 20 minutes or until the rice is done and tender. After about 20 minutes, we're going to very carefully remove that green onion. We're also going to remove the garlic clove, and using a fork, we're going to fluff up the rice and set it aside. To make the hogao or sofrito, we're going to heat olive oil in a large skillet or pan over medium heat. And now we're going to add chopped onion, either white or yellow. We're going to give this a stir and cook it for about 3 minutes or until you notice that it's soft and tender. After that, we're going to add chopped green onion. We're also going to be adding minced garlic. Stir this well and cook this for about 1 minute. Now we're going to add chopped tomatoes. I love using Roma tomatoes whenever I'm making an hogao or sofrito because they give it a really nice flavor. We're going to mix them well with the onions and we're going to cook them for about 5 minutes or until we notice that the tomatoes are nice and tender. Now we're going to add achiote. Again, this is only for coloring, so it's optional. And we're going to season with a little bit of salt and some pepper to taste. Give this a good stir to make sure that achiote powder blends in well with the onions and the tomatoes. To this, we're going to add either seafood stock or chicken stock and more unsweetened coconut milk. Now, this is completely optional, and the reason I'm adding it is because I love my shrimp and rice to have a wet risotto consistency. But if you like it on the drier side, you're going to skip adding the liquid altogether and just cook the shrimp and mix it with the rice. Now we're going to add about half a handful of cilantro with some lime zest. We're going to stir it well with the sofrito, and we're going to simmer this for about 5 minutes to let that sofrito absorb that flavor of the cilantro and the lime zest. After about 5 minutes or so, we're going to remove that cilantro from the pan. And then we're going to add the raw shrimp. I am using large raw shrimp that's been peeled and deveined. You can use fresh or frozen, either one works really well. And we're going to simmer it for about 3 minutes or so. Make sure you don't go over 3 minutes because otherwise you're going to end up with very overcooked shrimp. And to add some color and more flavor, we're going to add sweet peas. These are frozen peas that I thawed out. And I'm also going to use a little bit of cilantro. Then we're going to squeeze the juice of half a lime. You can add more if you want that stronger lime flavor. We're going to taste for seasoning, and if we notice that it needs more salt and pepper, we can go ahead and add it to taste. After we give it a stir, we're going to add in the rice. And then very gently, we're going to fold it in with the shrimp and the peas. And if you notice, we have that wet risotto consistency. So if you want it on the drier side, you're going to skip adding the seafood stock and the coconut milk. And right before serving, I add a little bit more cilantro because I love the flavor of it. Now all we have to do is serve it, and you can serve it with a side of tostones or patacones and a side of avocado. And that's your recipe for making delicious arroz con camarones.